I met a Gypsy.
What are the key races for you confidence-wise? Because Futures, you were...
Yeah, that was bad.
That was crazy.
That was
to
a
me.
lot of pressure, dude.
Yeah, I think that was like your one race in your life where because it doesn't seem like pressure gets to you much, right? At all. But it seemed like there was one race where it's like all the pressure bottled up your entire career is where the pressure was like on that race, and then you sucked, and then you were like, okay, cool, I'm done with sucking under pressure now. Like that was my one time.
Yeah, Futures was bad. I know. I feel like it was a little better though leading into Supercross with coming in after getting fifth at a Futures race, just knowing like
It probably like leveled your expectations and humbled you a little bit.
Yeah, it did. Because I was like, I mean, dude, I got a last place start, then I crashed. And then like in the race, I was just like making so many mistakes. Like I just couldn't hit the rhythms right.
And you're around people that were making mistakes
exactly.
too.
And then I was like, it was a little frightening coming into Supercross knowing that that's how your Futures round went. But again, it was like, now I have pressure lifted off me knowing that I didn't just win Futures, and now they're like, all right, he's gonna win round one. Yeah. It was kind of just coming to round one and then just start learning. And that's, I mean, even though people talk, I still wouldn't have listened anyways if I would have won that first round. But again, it kind of did lift a little pressure off, just knowing like you're coming into the first round just to go learn, have fun.
Yeah. That was a weird night, dude. Like coming back to the rig, I'm like, I didn't know what to say. Dude. It's just such a weird night. And I'm like, fuck it, whatever, it's overtime, move on. And Bobby was like, he is not racing pro. And I was like,
okay, he's not racing pro. I ride the weekest Supercross. I have like the fastest times. He goes, Haiden, it's Thursday before A1. I'm gonna need you to fly out. You're gonna race A1. I'm like, so I go out, I get my shovel, I start prepping the whoops to keep practicing them because I gotta get better in the
that
whoops.
That was before everything though, right? Because the Futures was A1, wasn't it?
No.
A2.
Yeah,
A2.
A2, yeah.
So this was before everything. He wanted you to race A1.
A1, before everything.
Yeah. Before everything, because he had all these fast lap times on practice.
At the start
and he was
track.
like, bro, he's like, get ready for Anaheim 1. And we were all like, whoa, stop. We're not doing that. We're not racing West Coast. Let him go do the Futures, and let's just see where he's at.
And I did Futures, and Bobby was like, hell no,
and then Bobby's like, he ain't racing pro. He ain't ready. And I was like,
and then we talked to him. We're like, you got to do the route way. Just keep learning. Yeah. Just take it easy. Because I'm not a guy to go out there and just have a spaz attack and think I'm going to win and crash my first race ever pro, where I think there is some rookies that could do that. So I think, I don't know. I just grew up being a little smarter than that. So I was like, go out there and learn. And that's what we did.
So
it was almost the biggest sigh of relief when they said you could race pro. Because all of a sudden it went from you're going to win to like, okay, who knows what's going to happen. And I think we played it right too, just saying, we're going to be happy to get in the top 10. Let's set the bar there. Yeah. Okay, everyone? We're not coming in going, I think he can win. Like we came in saying, top 10, we're happy.
Yeah.
That's where our bar is set. Okay, pressure's off. Now let's go learn how to ride Supercross, you know, in racing. So anyway, that's kind of the way it played out.
And so what other, because I got in my mind a couple like key races for me. I text Brian a couple times throughout the season actually, with just some like key moments. You might not wins, they weren't winning motos, but what's really cool actually, and shout out to the crew, but when you go back and watch the videos from the race weekend, the camera's on you the whole moto.
Yeah.
So if you get a bad start, if you get whatever happen, like you can really see the way that you build a moto and the way that you put 30 minutes together, or the way that you put 30 minutes together. But yeah, did you have any like real kind of standout, you might not have been the best result on paper, but some shit clicked in your mind that like, oh, these were really big milestone motos for me?
Yeah, Supercross, I was kind of in a median, just slowly learning. There wasn't like a time where I was like, I just unlocked a speed where I can go faster than everyone out here. It was just like I was just in a slow climb up. Outdoors is really like the first round of outdoors is really where I was like, damn, I had the speed to run up front. Like in the second moto, got a good start, made I think fourth place start something, made my way in a second, and like no one was catching me from behind. Hunter was leading. I wasn't too far off Hunter, and that's kind of where I was like, I have the speed to run up here, and it kind of clicked in my head knowing that like I could be a consistent podium guy. And then I think I podiumed like the first 5 rounds? What was it, the first 5 out of 6 rounds?
Yeah.
I podiumed like the first 5 rounds, I think, or like maybe not all consistently, but like within the first 5 out of 6 or something. And it was just getting podiums at an outdoor national. And what the coolest part was going to each national and seeing the trophy, which trophy I can put in my room. So I was like, that kind of motivated me too, how cool the trophy was. And then obviously Redbud, I got my first win, and I rode good there, but it wasn't like a ride where I was like super impressed. It was just kind of like the way it showed, but it got the job done. It got the job done, right. And then Washougal was really where I was like weirding myself out, like I could go this fast. Like I unlocked a new level of speed where I like second moto, freaking 2 laps to go. It was, I think, what everyone was running, like I was at 4 seconds faster than everybody with like 3 laps to go. And that was where I was like, damn, I got the fitness and I got the speed to go around dudes that win. So it's like that was another time where I unlocked like a new opening. And then and then just at the end outdoors I kept freaking got sick. And then what was after Washougal?
Washougal went from there back to
Bud's Creek. Was it Bud's Creek?
Unadilla, was it? Right after Washougal?
I think all right, well, let's just go to Bud's Creek. Yeah. Bud's Creek, I was freaking got a second place start, ripped around Shimoda, and I had an 8-second lead. I got to an 8-second lead.
Like dropped Shimoda.
Like I was gone. 8-second lead, and then a rider crashed, red flag, and then they made me do a full restart, and I was like, damn, like why aren't we doing a staggered? Like I don't know the rules, but it's like we're almost over, we're a little over, like I think over halfway. Like guys are probably already starting to get tired, and now we're doing a full restart. And my instinct is how fast can I get back to the lead, because I know I'm faster than everyone on the track, and I know I can lead these dudes if I get to the lead. So I'm just gonna send it. Like I had a wheel on everyone on the start, didn't see Vial, and I was like, I gotta stay in the lead. So I left it in there pretty hot, then locked up the brakes, and I seen Vial come across like this. We hit, I go down, then now I'm in last. And it's like I just went from checking out on these guys to now I'm finished 17th place.
I don't think Vial even saw him coming.
No.
Vial thought he had the whole shot,
I seen Vial come at the last second. Vial was up high.
Either.
I seen Vial last second. I grabbed all my brakes, bro. And we would have been fine. If Vial would have hit me and went this way, I would have had the fattest hole shot you've ever seen. But my front wheel got stuck on his foot peg. So it pulled my bike out from underneath me.
It ripped all the spokes out.
And it ripped all my spokes out. So the whole race, my front wheel was going like this, and I couldn't hit the ruts right. And then, I'm in second moto, freaking bad start, and I think the red flag just ruined the vibe.
Yeah.
And then,
And I think that's like when you go back to Hunter just being like the guy. I think they're the things. Like I think that's the stuff you look for is like, okay, that kind of killed me. And it wasn't something on the track. It wasn't something, and it's not something you can control.
It's just hopefully you're not dealing with shit like that if you're leading the points.
Or it's like how do you deal with it?
You gotta learn.
You know what I mean?
Like, okay,
which hunters was
because you can't control that stuff.
Yeah.
You can't control a rider crashing and a red flag. You can't control which way they do it. So it's like I think that's the real championship stuff gets built on those. Like it's not even stuff that happens on the track as such. It's a rule decision versus stagger start. So it's not letting any of those things mentally
And it did take Hunter a while to learn all that stuff.
For sure,
takes a little time.
For sure.
And I think the quicker you can learn it, the better off you are. And I think racing Hunter this year and getting the experience, running up front, blowing up engines, crashing on the start, like I got everything. I got every experience you could have racing a pro nationals in Supercross, where now I just got to pit it into perspective and learn from it.
Yeah. I think one of the really impressive motos for me this year was Moto 2 at High Point. Went down in the first turn. No visor, I'm pretty sure. And that was I messaged your dad after that, and I actually said, I go, if he gets second to Hunter in this, I think I said, let him get second to Hunter in outdoors, and he'll never lose another title on a lights bike.
I came from, crashed on the start, Volan. I got ran over by Volan. It like freaking made me do a front flip under his bike. Then I get up and I came from freaking crashing on the start. Up to 5th place, I think, or was it 5th or 6th?
What you got?
I think 5th or 6th.
Yeah, it was somewhere up there.
I went 2-6 for 3rd.
I think the impressive thing was that was a very challenging track.
Oh, dude.
Oh my God, dude! I couldn't tell you how many times I almost died.
Yeah.
Going freaking 5th gear wide open down a hill. Yeah. But I was like, I gotta get on the podium. And I freaking, dude, there was ruts down the hills and I was wide open through them. Started falling a couple times, freaking, it was gnarly.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, gypsytales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.